Hey everybody, this is Tim with Op-Ed Daily. So I've got kind of a weird story here. This 23-year-old Michigan man decides to rob a bank after the insurance company cancels the policy on his 1-year-old daughter, and he was unable to pay for the chemotherapy for the retinoblastoma that she's been dealing with for some time. She was getting chemotherapy treatments every 4 weeks, and I guess they were able to pay for it through the insurance company, and then as soon as she turned 1, the mother wasn't aware that she needed to renew the policy, and the policy, I guess, lapsed or whatever, and the insurance company canceled it. So he went out in a last-ditch effort to save his daughter's life, and now he's in jail. $500,000 bond on his head. He's been charged with armed robbery, even though they can't prove that he had a gun. He never showed a gun, never brandished one. He slipped a note to the teller saying he had a gun, but I guess he says he didn't have a gun. But this goes to show what people are going to be willing to do when shit gets bad. Okay? Good people are going to be willing to do bad things whenever it comes down to me or this next person, or me or this bank, or me or this grocery store. People are going to steal for food. They're going to kill for water. They're going to do all these things because the will to survive is so great that people are going to do things that they would never be willing to do otherwise. I got to hand it to this guy. I have a lot of respect for what he did, if in fact that is the reason why he did it. At the same time, I understand that, we have laws in this country, but I feel like there are circumstances surrounding things that people do that should be brought into the decision making when it comes to how to punish this person. In my opinion, the jury should nullify this decision. Whatever charges they bring upon him, the jury needs to nullify that. And hell, I'd give this guy Father of the Year award, to be quite honest with you. And he was told, he was quoted telling his aunt he was just trying to be the man that he's supposed to be. And that's a really telling thing right there. The man that he's supposed to be. Society puts so much on men. And, women they can't really understand the pressure that men really are under. And maybe this sounds sexist. I don't really care. But I've dealt with this on a personal level. When as a man and a father and a husband, we feel like we've got to do all of these things. We have to take care of everything. And if we don't, then, what kind of a man are we? Are we even a man at all? And these things really do have a psychological impact on the man. And any women that are listening to this, if a man reacts to you badly because of a situation that you're in, say your husband or whatever, he's frustrated, he's getting upset, he's aggravated all the time. If you guys are in a financial bind, you have to think about where he's coming from in a society where the man is, quote, not a man if he's unable to provide for his family. And that really does take a huge toll on people. Now, I can't speak for women because I'm not a woman, but I know that women also have those same types of thoughts. I've got to be a woman. I've got to, care for my family. I've got to do these things. There's roles for everybody. But when it comes to taking care of one's family, that really does, at least for the decent men out there, it really does hit home, and it hurts. I mean, it'll really screw you up if you let it get to you. And this guy, it let him get to him. And it's an unfortunate thing in this society of such wealth, just overabundance of wealth. We throw away half-eaten steaks, we throw away half-eaten burgers, and just constant, just millions upon millions of tons of food is wasted in this country every day. While we've got people starving in this country, we've got people starving in other countries. We got people where their daughters need chemotherapy and they can't pay for it. So they go to these lengths to do something about it, to feel as if they are still a man. It was a desperate man doing something very desperate to save his daughter's life. And that to me should be commended rather than punished. I mean, obviously, he has to be punished in some way. I'm not going to say that he shouldn't. But I really, really would wish that any jury would nullify this man's charges. Just find him not guilty. That's all they have to do. Even though he committed a crime, and it's obvious, the jury has the power to nullify that decision and say, you know what, we're not going to charge this man. This man was in a bad spot. He made a bad choice for a good reason. And that really is what it boils down to. Some people aren't able to think along those lines, though, unfortunately. Can't remember what the pyramid is. It's like Maslow's pyramid of growth or maturity or whatever. Some people can't reach that pinnacle where laws have a purpose, but they aren't the only thing that matter. And then there are those people who oh, well, that's a law and you've got to follow it, and it doesn't matter. There's no circumstance where you don't have to follow that law. Well, true, but there are circumstances where those laws are less important than some things that go on in life, like this right here. So I just would ask that people try to support this guy. They've got a GoFundMe account open for his daughter. I would suggest going out there, throwing a couple of bucks their way. It never hurts. I'll try to put the link down below if I can find it again. Show your support for this guy if you believe in what he did. If you can understand or relate, then maybe you should, let the family know that in some way, whether it's financially or just a comment of support. This is Tim with Op-Ed Daily. Peace out.